Good morning, and welcome back to TMA Live Show. Alright, let's get a little green machine here set up for you guys. So you can see that she's perfectly ready to rock and roll. Alright, here we go. Alright, here is I have my comments out and about. Okay, cool, here we go. Alright guys, I'm perfectly all set up and ready to roll. We are on the Model Asylum. We're going to be working on the Tamiya M41 today. I need to figure out another way to get you guys a better view without that. So maybe I can turn this light on. Oh, there we go, that's a little better. Maybe, oops, there we go. My stand fell, there we go. Alright. Nah, that ain't gonna work, guys. That'll be better. There we go. Alright, so now this is what we're working on today. Let's see if anybody comes in and says hello. Refreshing and seeing who we got. Okay, good morning. Again, we're going to start with the Tamiya M41 today. We are on our third show. Thank you if you're a returning visitor. I appreciate you coming in. This will be my first ever tank build. So there'll be lots of oopses and oop, that didn't go there and that kind of stuff. Okay, here's all my stuff that I built last week on the show. I'm just going to start bringing things out here, guys. And we'll start building with or without peoples. We shall see who jumps in and who does not. Alright. I know we have a couple of people that I said good morning to this morning. Let me get to my messenger. Maybe I can say good morning to them with that. Bring my messenger up. And get it running. And then I'll have Facebook messaging as well as Messenger messaging up eventually. Should be able to see all your comments too. Wait, what happened? Alright, here we go. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be starting with we are still on instructions number 1, guys, because I have not completed all of the steps here that it showed up here. So we're going to start with that to begin with. Alright. I'm going to do and let's see who else. Paul's on. Looks awesome. Good morning. Oops. Alright. Let me jump over to the group and see if we can just give everybody a quick good morning. Good morning. There we go. Alright, that's posted to TMA, and everybody should know now that we are live. Alright, I'm going to bring my comments open a little bit more. Okay, and I see in the instructions here, I'm going to have to get my light today, guys. My eyes are bothering me. So y'all are going to have to, anybody who's already built this, awesome. You guys are welcome to make any comments you'd like. You guys are welcome to give me any suggestions you like. Please feel free to put them in the comments. There's not a whole lot to this kit, but there's a lot. I see there's a lot of detailing, a lot of face stuff that I'm going to have to do as well. So y'all bear with me as we get ready to rock and roll. I'm going to get all my tools together. A little sort of stiff today, guys. And we're going to need tweezers. And a couple of knives. And we should be good to go. And I'll get my glue, and we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, we'd be ready to start this build. Or should I say, continue this build. Alright, so again, good morning, it's Halloween, happy Ghoul Day. Hope everybody had an amazing Saturday. We're going to get the parts here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts here, and a whole bunch of parts here that I have not done. I had a bunch of people recommend, and I did not do any painting or anything on this, so I'll have to carry on with that when you guys are on screen with me. It looks like we're going to get the turret and the gun built today as well. So let me find all those parts, and we'll pull them all off. So this is the gun parts here for this one down here. I see those 2 pieces there, so we're going to pop those off, as well as all of these other little parts that are showing. So most of the stuff is probably going to be on B rail, it looks like, for today. I got a couple of A rails and B rails, and yeah, it's A and B rails today. So that's what they've got, A rail and B rail. Okay, guys, that's what we've got. So let's carry on. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so we're in. I know a lot of you guys go to church, so that's okay. You guys can watch it later for me and check it out without a problem. I'm wondering if I put the two parts in here that I need to bring it out. Looks like that's what these little doohickeys are going to be. Those. Those are going to be A11s. And I know they came off of A10 and 11, so 10 and 11. So we're working on this today. So this is facing this way. 10 and 11 goes just like that. Alright, so we'll be putting those on. These are just all my wheels and stuff that I made up, and I was told to wait till later to paint them, so I will do so. This looks like all of... Ooh, one of my little guns is bent a little bit. You can't shoot sideways. I'll have to fix that up somehow. Alright, so we're not going to need that because that's all the men's stuff today. So let's go ahead and pull off B14 and B15. So that's going to be these two here, 14 and 15. I will make sure because I've never done this before. So let's make sure what the numbers are. So that looks like 15 and that is 14. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull them off. And I took my scissors, my clips down. Alright. Let's see what we can get going here. Let's get those. That's 14 and 15. Watch out because some of these little tiny parts that you're popping off have little tips that connect into something else. Also, it's going to be B31 and B32. That's 32 and that's 31. Okay, so cool. 31 and 32 are the gun ends. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut them off the sprue. It's Sunday, and I'm sure people were up late last night partying or Halloweening it or whatever, so some of you guys live out west and you probably already got Halloween covered. Okay, so I think that's about it. So now we're also looking for, so those are those. I want this one, which is going to be up there at the top to go with the other 14 and 13, or 10 and 11, my bad. Okay, now we need B17. So that was 14, that's 16. I'm not sure if that's 17. 17 are these. There are 4 of them. 2 of them we need for here for now, for the front. So we're going to do this top piece real quick and get that done. So we're going to pop 2 of these off. There are 4 of them now. I don't want to cut them with my scissors because they're really, really small and really, really tight on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop it off. I got a nice sharp blade today, so everything should pop right off without a problem. Okay, so we got those as well. Okay. So we got those as well, and those as well. So we got 2 barrels and these 2 parts here that go onto the barrel. Turret, I think I believe it's called. So we have all this down here done. We need the number 2, 24. So let's find the 2 and 24. So this looks like, let's see, we're going to do B2. So what is B2? That's 30s, 15s. There's 1, and there's B2. So there's B2 there. There's B2. If you guys can hear me or you're watching, you gotta make a comment to let me know that you're in. I cannot see you until you comment. So now we're looking for number B12, B17. 2 B17s and B12. So B17s. These another 2 B17s are here, correct, as well as the ones that are down here, correct? So correct, as well as the ones that are okay. So we need all 4 of those, because they go in 2 different spots, so we'll get them off. Alright, now we have all 4 of those, so we want to keep those together so I know that all of those are the same. Those are 4, and this one's different, okay. So now we need B6. That would be 3, 9, 4, 5, 6. 6. 23. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And how many of those does it say we need? We need 23. Two of them. So we need both of those for 23s, which are these little guys right here. I look up every now and then, but I can't really keep an eye on everything while I'm doing the show. So you guys gotta let me know that you're in by saying something. So there's those. So we got those out. Okay. And it looks like we need 24s. There's 23. And those are 24s, and we need both of those. So if I can remember in my head which ones are which, but at least by the look of them, I can tell what's what. So luckily I can do that. I don't think we're missing anything else. 2 we've got, right? 1, 2 we've got. 23 we've got. B12. 12, 12, 12, 8, 9, 7, 6, 7, 9, 10. These must be 11, and this one is the 12, correct? Yes, this is the 12 right here. Right there. Okay, so I think we have everything we need. We'll make sure to go back through it all one more time when we're all done. And get my cutting board here so we can make sure to trim everything correctly. Like I said, I'm still loving these tracks, man. They're pretty cool. Nice rubber tracks. It should look really cool. I'm going to start with the top first. So we're going to bring this out here. And I see that there's a place specifically right here for this one, so it's pretty easy to figure out. So let me clean it up and trim it up and get it ready. This is a really beautiful kit. Like I said before, Tamiya made a very nice kit here. They cleaned it up very well. Not a whole lot of cleanup to do on it before we can do it, before we can build. Let me just get my sanding disc here. I'll use this one. It looks fairly new. Let me see if I can't send a link to the group. To the live position. Let's see. There should be a place to share somewhere. Hold on one second here. Cha-cha-cha. Hey, I see you there, Sir Sarge. I see you guys. Okay, I can see you now. Hold on. I goofed here. Let me get this other one popped out here. I popped it out too soon is what it was. Do a pop out here. Hey, guys. How we doing? I'm sorry. I didn't even really see you guys. Hey, Sarge. How we doing? Hey, Joseph. How are you? Sorry, guys. Hey, Joseph. Blizzard. How are you? Sarge, I'm glad to have you guys in. Sorry about that. I was not prepared to weld this morning. I'm still running a little bit on. Okay, so now we know we got you guys in. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the stream so that I can just see you guys talking and commenting. How about that, guys? All right, we're in. I'll try to give it a pop out here. Okay, we're good. Hey, Dave. Okay, buddy. Yeah, no problem, brother. I know. As I said, most people, do go to church and stuff like that. It's all good, my friend. I appreciate that. Sorry, glad to have you in again. Sorry about that, guys, for a minute there. I didn't think anybody was going to come in today, but I'm glad you guys are here. I am just, like I said, we're still dealing with, number one, I'm taking it kind of easy and slow. So you guys bear with me here. I'm just trying to make sure everything's going to fit nicely and smoothly. All right, we should be able to go test fit everything before I put it in. So let's see. This shows that the hook goes towards the front. So that should zip. Slides right down into place. Perfectly fit. All right, so we're going to do this as well as these on, and the two of these on the top so far. That's what they show. These are number 17s. We're also doing number 10 and 11 as well as number 8. They're all going to go on right now. All right, well, I'm glad to have you guys in. Like I said, I wasn't quite sure if anybody was going to come in this morning because I know it is Halloween, and I know sometimes some people party at night and stuff, so. But that's cool. I could understand that. Y'all could always watch it later on, and I know guys have church. I'm having problems with my messenger on my phone, just so everybody knows. I will try to give good mornings through here. It's not that easy because as everybody's sleeping here, usually when I'm up in the morning giving my good mornings, I go outside and have my coffee, and I say all my good mornings from my phone usually. That's probably why I do it so early. So maybe it won't be this week until I figure out what's going on with my messenger. My messenger does work here. Looks like we finally filled what in, boss. Oh, filed. You mean they're coming in? Yeah, it works for me. So we are, whoops. I'm a little rusty today. My hands are a bit shaky. I also got the, as you can see, the Diamond Rio is in process. We still got a long way to go. I got the body done. I got the sleeper done. I got some of the chassis done. I've still got, like I said, nothing is really glued on. Everything comes right off. It's just kind of sit there. I got a lot to do on the chassis. I'm changing some colors on that one to chrome because I just need more chrome on it, especially on a dark coat like that. I want it to stand out. So I am going to go with the box best as I can on that. This is going to do the best I can on box art painting. Guys, you guys got to wait till I start painting this. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sarge. Alright, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Which one do I have here? Okay, so the last one I took off. So this is going to be, they're numbered differently, but they look the same to me. They are the same. Okay, cool. Alright, let me hit Rob real quick, guys. I'll be right back to you. Okay. Alright. Get my little doohickey ready to rock and roll here. Alright, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, so first thing I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and put this piece in so I know that it's stable and drying. Sounds like my mama's up here, guys. Alright, so there's going to be here and here. So I'm just going to drop a drop of glue here. I'm not going to do a lot because I know these things. Alright, just a drop here and there. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a drop here. Zeus, back up. Zeus, get off that boy. Oh, we're looking nice on while he's sleeping. Alright, so there. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this piece in and we'll carry right along. I will be looking up now and then to see the comments, guys, so bear with me. Alright, so that's into place. Looks like it's right where it goes. Straight up and down. We're good. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a drop of glue here. Let's see where these go. These have to go, it looks like they have to literally go inside the little hole there, so we'll have to check that out. I think I woke everybody up going live, guys. Ross probably just heard my voice. That's all. So everybody got plans for Halloween, guys? Or no plans at all for anybody? Alright, we don't do a lot around here. We don't get a lot of kids around here either, so we don't really... Alright, it appears that that will only go one way. So when it goes towards the back, it appears on the build. So we're going to go ahead and put these on, and then we'll move right along. My light needs more batteries. Needs better batteries on my light. I'm not putting a lot of glue on any of these parts, just kind of like making it look a little bit shiny so that it goes into place, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I'm feeling like I'm getting somewhere. We're putting parts on the hull. Oh, Joe, that's backwards. There we go. Let's try that. Alright, yep, okay, so there, we got that. Let's go to the next one. This one's already cleaned up or no? Yep, already cleaned up. We're ready to rock. I'm still a bit nervous with this build. I'm letting you guys know right now when it comes to the painting, I am going to be way off, guys. My colors and my eyes just don't seem to work together. I will do the best I can to make it look as good as possible. I'm not sure if I'm going to go with the exact color of the box, but I'm going to try. Alright, so we got those two on, and now we put the front. It shows that we put two of these on. So I gotta make sure I'm not popping something wrong off. So there's the end of that. Alright, if that comes off, because that definitely looks like a piece of the, what you call it. Alright, so there's 4 to 17s. I have no idea how these things go, guys. None whatsoever. Looks like they go in here like so, but do they go outside, inside, or what? Yeah, they're all the same, guys. So I guess I'm gonna assume Yeah, there's some little parts on this thing, guys. Bear with me here. Trying to make sure I get it right. Okay. Right, so I'm assuming they're going to go inside. That's where they go right there. And there's the T. There's the T right there. So it goes this way into here. So I'm guessing that's where that goes. Okay. So we got both of those ready to rock. Drop a glue in each one of these holes, and we'll clean them up and place them in. At least the glue will be setting up by the time I put them in. It doesn't look like one of the holes are bigger than the other, so they should be fine just the way I'm going to put them in here. Okay, so now the only issue that I have, it looks like they go up. I got to clean these off. Man, these little parts are going to kill me here, guys. They look like little T's at the end of them. Alright, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just cleaning off the tip where it came off of the sprue. Man, my eyes are really not good today, guys. I can barely see this. Alright, there we go. There's one. So I know the hooks go down. It shows in the instructions that the hooks go downward, I'm assuming. Or does one go down and one go up? It looks like they both go up instead of down. So we're going to, wrong end. Alright, so we're going to go here with this one. Oh no, they're military clips. They're military hooks for like pulling stuff, chains and stuff like that. That's what they are. I knew I recognized those from somewhere. Okay, so we got two more down here, right? 1, 2. Okay, those are going to go on the other side, on the back side it shows down here. Right? 217 goes on the ends. E17 goes on either end. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in as well because we're moving right along down there. So let me go ahead and clean up the rest of these as well. There is one little sprue bubble at the end of this one to prevent the end hook from getting broken off. I'm going to assume that's what that is. So I got to be really careful because that's a really thin piece of plastic there. Yeah, they're hooks. They look like they're toe hooks is what they look like to my eyes, anyways. I may be wrong, but they look like toe hooks to me, guys. Oop. Thought I glued that. Thought I put glue on that. Maybe not. Alright, so and like I said, I went with the teeth, the jaw open downward is what I went with. Why isn't that going in? What am I doing wrong, guys? Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Got it. Okay, so got them. Got them. Okay. Yeah, toe points. Yep. So I said they look like they're for toe points. They look like they're toe hooks is what they look like. Like I said, they're really small on me here, guys. So give me a little bit of a. I'll get it together. All right, so they're going the outside ones, right? There's 1, 2. Yep, they're going the outside ones. Okay, so I got 2 more to put up here. All right, got that set up while I clean these up. There are 2 more to add, so there are 4 total toe. I want to call them toe C's, is what I want to call them, because there's actually a military clasp. It's not a toe hook. It's a military clasp. It's kind of like the military toe balls that you get on the back of a pickup truck, but they go on all the military rigs and stuff. All right, so let's see if we can get this in here correctly. And I want to go upside down. So I want to go where the hooks are at the bottom. Correct, right? Right. Okay, so that goes around the other way then. Got to figure out exactly how that goes in, just like that. All right, cool. Got 1 in. Okay, so that's 3 out of 4. Let me go ahead and pop this little eye ring off here to not cut anything else. All right, what else we got here? We got just that little bit there. So I'm gonna put my light up here in front of me so I can see above my fingers. I know you guys can't really see what I'm doing with the light there, but I need the light today. So anyways, thank you for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. It's an awesome day here. I made a video already for my TikTok. You guys can go check it out on TikTok. It's just my good morning and happy Halloween TikTok. I try to do 1 a day, at least 1 every couple of days, something like that. All right, so toe hooks are on. So we can get rid of that piece now. Now, for the pieces that I pulled off, to make sure that I get them in the right places, I am going to go ahead and build this gun piece out here as well, real quick, because I know where all that goes. Okay, so I got all these that are going to go on this end. So I'll flip this over, and it matches this. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and build the gun down here, the barrel, get it on. Make sure I clean it all up nicely. Like I said, these parts come off so clean. It's really not a lot of cleaning to do on them when they're... Like I said, that's got to be Tamiya, man. It can't be just me. It's got to be Tamiya does their kits like that. So I'm going to definitely be picking up some more Tamiya kits. But I will have to say, I may have to stick with closer to 135 scale, guys. Because if these parts get too much any smaller, I am not going to be able to do them. There is just no way I'm going to be able to do it. Alright, I appreciate you guys coming. I see you, Sarge, and I saw Mac. Hey, Mac. How are you? Glad to have you in. Wow, man, 30 degrees, dude. I mean, it's cool here. I wouldn't even call it cold. I would just call it cool for down here. I'm guessing my... Let's see. It says it's 65 degrees here in sunny South Florida, supposedly. So, but I don't know. I'm not the weatherman. So I'm not positive. Alright, so let me go ahead and clean this up as well. It was right there on the edges of that point. This looks like the gun turret. It looks like it's what makes the gun go up and down and left and right. Well, up and down anyways. The other thing goes left and right. Alright, so now they're showing that this goes this way, like so. And it goes this way like this. Correct. Okay, cool. And then this goes into here. There's little pins that it goes in. Make sure you get the round... Make sure you get the barrel hole in the right spot, though. I can tell you that. I know I'm telling these guys at the Model Asylum how to do tanks, and that's what you guys do. But I just kind of talk because it's my nervous reaction from don't want to mess everything up and make everything look like crap. So I talk my way through anything and everything and just walk my way through it as I'm talking. Alright, there we go. Number 14 and 15 are put together. Now we're going to put the gun together after we clean it up. But this one has a little bit more sprue on the cleanup to do because of the way it was on the sprue. But otherwise, like I said, I have not found not one bit of flash or overflow. They do. They make really nice kits. And like I said, I'm really impressed with the very little cleanup I'm having to do on this. Most of it's just because I'm pulling it off the sprue and the sprue little pieces are staying on it. But otherwise, it really does do a nice kit. Tamiya's, I got to give them kudos for that. Definitely. All right, so I know that has a flat spot on it, so I got to trim that edge of that barrel off. I don't want to do it with my cutters because I know I might not be able to see it correctly. So let's push this forward because that's where it came off the sprue. And I know that needs to come off right there because there's a flat line right there. I just don't want to cut too much off. Let me look at the other one to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so it goes, take that off right there. Just that edge piece right there, that flat edge. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's where it goes. All right. This one too. But I'll be doing this every Sunday, guys. So, like and subscribe, hit those notifications, whatever you got to do, wherever you're from. They will also all be put out on the Plastic Addictions Anonymous site. Every Sunday I will be updating the Plastic Addictions on YouTube to have any of the Sunday shows as well as the PAA weekly shows. So you guys go check them out. I have stopped putting my TikToks out there because really they don't belong there. If you guys want to see the TikToks, go to TikTok. I'm not going to inundate and clutter up my I should say. I'm not going to clutter up our YouTube channel with everything that doesn't really belong, guys. Alright, so let that sit there for a minute. I didn't clean this one up good enough or at all yet, so let me clean this one up. Man, I'll tell you what, I wish they would do some trucks too, man. That would be some of the best and cleanest builds I'd ever done. But they'd have to charge an arm and a leg with as well as they clean up their kits. Alright, so again, this is the first time I've ever done this, guys. So you're watching my very first tank being built here. So bear with me, like I said, it could be good and it could be bad. The first one's always not so great, but it gets better. Alright, so now the gun goes into here, and it looks like it will fit only one way. So that would go to that. I'm debating on whether I want to put it in and glue it in place, or if I just want to go ahead and leave it loose so I can paint it later. I'm going to go ahead and glue the whole thing together. I'm going to do what they're telling me to do. So we're going to drop a little bit of glue just on the back side of the flat, because I don't want it to squirt all out. Okay, so once that gets pushed in, it should push the glue right on through as well. And not bubble up. Okay, there we go. No bubble. Right? Right, no bubble. Okay, no glue bubble. There we go. Another piece I built. I'll be danged. Alright, leave that sitting off to the side. Let's get it to it sits down a little bit better. There we go. You guys can see that, right? Up there with the tracks. There we go. Alright, there's a part we built. Alright, so now, this big piece I'm going to put on first, because I see right where it goes. So we should have a few more people that pop in on Sunday. I already messaged Rob. I told Paul. I'm sure these guys just got up, so. I don't know if everybody noticed, but we did change. We did change up the admin staff on both groups. We no longer have moderators. We were only doing admins. So if you guys have any problems with the groups, either group, you can talk to either one of the three of us, Joe Hudson, Paul Lovelace, or Samuel Stokes. We will all take care of it. Menu will be put out on the Model Asylum tomorrow morning, so be ready for that. I have updated it, and I have tagged new members, or I've tagged members on it in the menu. The menu will change once every 3 months. I will add something to it, or subtract something from it, or make new meds, something of that nature. But that will only be like every 3 months, guys. It's not going to be like an every time thing. Alright, so it looks like this one goes perfectly into place, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a little bit of glue on that. Hey! I love doing trucks, man. That's mostly what I did. This is, like I said, this is my very first one. Trucks and cars, motorcycles, that kind of stuff is pretty much what I like to build. But like I said, the Model Asylum I created for you military guys and you guys that build other than just military cars or trucks. I like seeing all the dioramas. I like seeing all the... Alright, so that's in. I just want to make sure it's straight. Show that the pipes went up, by the way, guys, just so everybody knows. Alright, now, these two and these two go together. That much I know. Where did that one come from? What part is that? That's got to be the 12 there. So it's going to go somewhere else on the side. And I will say that most of the time, they're pretty well marked here, guys, on where things go and where they... Okay, so that goes into those two. Is that what that is? Yep, okay, so I cleaned these up and I found out where that goes finally. Let's see. What do I got to clean up here? I want everything to fit, not have to clean it up while I got it on there, so I want to try to make sure everything is cleaned up properly to where it goes. It would appear that if this was turning onto this way, this would have to go this way so this stays. Okay, got it. So let's put this into place. Guys, like I always say, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to focus my hands on what I'm supposed to be doing. And sometimes that is easiest said as done. Alright. Now I know that that's got to go into that hole. There we go. Snapped into place right there. That can't be the way that goes. That's the way that goes. There we go. Now we're cruising. Alright. Now, does that go flush up against the wall? Or does it stick out with a hole in it? I'm assuming it's sticking out with a hole in it, because it looks like it fits better that way. Yeah, that's got to be the way it goes. I mean, it'd be nice if they told me what each and every one of these parts were. They're just telling me what it is. So, just tells me what is and what is. Okay, so we did that and that, so we got to do these. So these are next, and then we got to find that part. And I think that's it on this side of the instructions, guys. So I got to find that part, which is number B9. Let me go ahead and look for that as well now. Good morning, Mother. B9. So B9 is going to be up here. There's B9 right there. Okay, that's the antenna, it looks like. So let me flip this over. And again, with these really tiny parts, I'm not going to use my cutters. See, I'm already breaking parts off, and I don't want to do that. I'm not going to use my cutters on because I don't want to ruin anything, because I'm not sure exactly how the parts are shaped until I get them off the sprue and look at them. Real close. Okay, so there's all the parts for number one, and we should be done with number one. So it looks. Let me go ahead and clean this up so I can just put it into place. I think that's about it. Like I said, these things come right off the sprue and clean up so nicely. Alright, there we go. Let me go around here and check all these parts, make sure I got them cleaned up nicely. Nope, there's a little cleanup needs to be done on that. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I did. I put it in to where it's like that. Correct? That's what I'm assuming it looks like. It's supposed to look like. I can probably look on the box and tell, but that is the back, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's the front. Okay, I see. I got it right. See, I should bring the box down here and use it for reference too as well, huh? Put it over there, just like that. If I can get it to stay up, it'd be a nice thing. But knowing me, it's not going to stand up for me. I got all the, like I said, I got all the wheels and stuff over here. Okay, cool. Thank you. I thought I was doing right. See, I can follow directions, no matter what my wife says. And does the... I'm going to assume they stay on it because that's what it looks like. Okay, so I got this flipped over, and I'm working on this end. I see a little dot right there where this must go, so that's where I'm going to put it. Because there is a spot right there on it. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter whether it's the top or bottom side. Oh yeah, it does, because there's a little dot on it right there. Alright, so I'm going to put this on. A little touch of glue there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I'm shaking like a leaf right now. Trying not to mess this all up. Don't want to look like a fool trying to build something I ain't never built before. Oh, and there's another little spot that it goes right there. I see. Okay. So drop a little drop of glue there, and that should stay in place there. Okay. Now we are in on that. There we go. That is the antenna. I see that. So now we're going to finish putting these up, and we're moving on to number 2. This build may take a while, guys, so y'all bear with me. Clean all this up. I thank you for your input. Thank you for your following. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, coming in on your Sunday morning. I know some of you guys woke up this morning going, man, it's Sunday. But I appreciate coming in and hanging out and checking out what I'm doing here. Like I said, you never know. I might get a whole bunch of oopses, and this might go pretty smooth. I do have Sarge here to help me, so I'm kind of relying on his word of where stuff goes, because whoever's built this thing, and if there was one of their first builds, I'd like to see what it looks like when it was done. So if you guys want, oh, you know what I got for you guys? Oh, up in your corner of your screen, you should see a GIF moving of the builds for the Model Asylum. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit more. Oops, wrong one, dude. What am I doing here? And we are going to go here. And we're going to close that. Discard any changes I did. Alright, so you guys are set. I have it locked into place. I do not want it locked into place because I want to bring it a little bigger for you guys. Alright, the slideshow is going to get a little bigger for you guys. There we go. Alright, that's your builds from the Model Asylum. Hey, Rob, good morning. Oh, Tanker's Bar. Okay. Well, didn't know. See, don't tell me anything about it. It doesn't say a word about what parts are what. I'm learning as I go. I do have found the matte black for the tires, though. It does tell me colors at least. Yeah, I like that. And then it does give me a pattern of what colors to do with what. It doesn't really tell me what colors, but it tells me what it's supposed to look like. So we'll go there when we need to. All right. So let's see what we got here now. Now we're going to be back over here. These two. Looks like the round ones go to the side. Small holes, and then the flat holes are the other ones. So I see it's all little sprue here I needed to pull off, I think. You don't see anything. Oh, there it is. I'm just trying to keep it clean, guys. That's all. Keep it clean, man. Alright. So we're going to put that like that. Is there an upper and lower? Yes, there is an upper and lower. So let me see how that's going to look. Upper. And that looks like the exhaust. That's what that is. That's the exhaust. I know what that is. I've been close enough to a tank to know what that is. That's the exhaust, guys. And it's supposed to be facing straight, so that means it goes this way. Just trying to figure out where it's set, straight or not. Don't have to keep pulling stuff off. I really am having problems with noise today. Here we go. It goes that way. Okay, cool. Got one. What should be my next build? I'll build anything, man, as long as it doesn't run away from me. If it's plastic and it stays still long enough, it'll get built. Alright, so that's where that goes. And it's showing that the rings are going... Now, the way they're made, I'm assuming they go upward, not downward. But actually, they're showing that they're going downward when it's upside down. So that goes like this, so they do go upward. Alright, got that one where it goes now, so we're going to go to that. That's too much glue. There we go. Got my glue wiping shirt on today because I knew I was going to need it. Right next to that one. Like that. Okay, like that, right? Or does it go downward? Morning, Charles. Glad to have you. A toon tank? I'll have to look that up. Is that like a cartoon tank, or is that something that you're messing with me with there, Mr. Rob? Just remember, I see you more than most of these guys, so look out. Alright. Up is correct. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. It looked like it. I wasn't positive, but thank you, Sarge. That's the type of stuff I'm not sure of. You know what I mean? I've seen enough of tanks to know what goes where and why for the most part, but whether or not, if I know what they're called is... Don't ask me what they're called. I don't know, guys. I'm just here for the fun of the build. No, Joe, that would make that one go backwards. So it goes this way. And again, my hands are shaking, guys, so bear with me. There we go. Does that look right? No, that's facing downward. That should be straight, not downward, right? Oop! See, there goes that oop. You heard it. Heard it here first. The other way, Singleberry. Alright, now we're cruising. Alright, next one. Clean it up again. I think we're done with instructions number 1 with just a little bit of help from you guys. Thank you very much. Like I said, this is going to be one of those long builds, guys, where it's going to take me a while to finish it up. So I hope you all are ready for a nice long tank build. But I plan on taking my time and doing it. Cool, no problem, Mark. Appreciate you coming in, brother. First time around. I'm always loving it, man. When I get my messenger fixed, I will probably start redoing my good mornings, guys. But like I said, my messenger on my phone is where I do it from because I don't want to wake any of my family up when they're sleeping. I want to make sure they're right and in the place, settled in the place where they're supposed to be. All right, there we have it, guys. I did something right, I think. All right. Okay, so there's that. So I do believe that we are done with number 1 and number 2. I'm just going to run back to make sure that I got everything in. I do believe I have everything built. And nope, I don't have that piece. Number 2, P2. Or B2, might as well. So I have P4. B2, so let's see. B was at the top here. Or number 1 was at the top here, right? 1, 2. So I must have it on. B2. Yep, I got it. That's what that doohickey there is. Whatever that doohickey is. Alright, next is step number 3. 2, 3, and I did number 3, so we did number 1, 2, and 3 are complete. We are moving on to number 4. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know, he's building an F-350. I get it. Okay, 4, here we go, the fun one. I get to see what the whole thing looks like once it's all the top of it. Okay, so we're going to automatically just start pulling parts, guys, okay? That's the first thing we're going to do. I'm probably not going to get this whole thing done. I was going to try in 20-30 minutes, but I don't know that I'm going to get instruction number 4 done, so we may have to continue that. And I may build a little on the side. I was planning not to, but this is going to take forever if I only do it an hour a day. And I know you guys want me to move on to another build. I do plan on getting a helicopter. I've asked for other military builds for my birthday and for Christmas, so hopefully I will get a couple of builds to keep doing for you guys without having to go to too many extremes to get it. So, alright, a little bit of sanding on that, and we're ready for that piece. Glad I got my school shirt on. Alright, that looks like it's pretty good. Nice and smooth. That's a little bit of flash there, I just noticed. Very little. That's it. Run my fingers around, make sure everything's nice and smooth. Alright, next up, next victim. Okay. $25. What's up? Huh? Yeah, it's supposed to. It's what happens when the release valve lets go. The water drips out there. That's what it's supposed to do. Hello, Zeuser. Yes, I spoke. Hello. Everybody say hello to the Zeus dog. He's got to get in here every day. Okay. He's done. Alright. Oh. Take that off. So, like I said, I've never done this, guys, so we got to bear with me here. Okay, so this goes this way, it looks like. Yep. And the gun that I built previously goes in there. It shows that the little doohickey in the corner, like the little teardrop or whatever, goes to the top of the rings. And let's make sure I did that correct. And it's going to sit down in there and move. So it's got to sit down in there, the holes I see. So did I do that correctly or not correctly? Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to test fit it before I glue it. So, alright, well there's the top, the gun, and it does move. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the shell together and then start adding parts to the top of it. Alright? Alrighty then. I'm just going to put glue here and there. I'm not really going to go all the way around the line. I don't think I need to. I see over here in section number 5 it's showing to put the machine gun together and a couple of other things that need to be done here. So should I not glue this down yet? Okay, so that's for this one. Okay, so that's for the main deck. Alright, the upper hull is called. This is called the turret. A and turret B is what I'm doing now. So see, I'm learning something. Oh, cool. I'm going to try to make sure that this thing stays together. If you guys hear me mumbling, ignore me. Before I squeeze it, I want to make sure that it's... Trying not to get glue all over the place. Like I said, I'm not used to this stuff, guys. So, all right, here we go. And action. And it snapped right into place, man. I'm telling you guys, I love this Tamiya kit. I'm telling you right now. If anybody wants to start her out, Tamiya is the way to go. Because this thing did not have a whole lot of cleanup. And believe me, it's joined together nicely, neatly. Got a little bit of roughness there from the sprue. Got it. I'll take a lighter sandpaper to it before we do any painting and stuff. Make sure that it doesn't show a scratch up. Alright. Turret's built. Base is built. It shows that we need to do, looks like the hatch hinges, the back hatch, looks like a couple of antennas maybe. Alright, so we got to start pulling parts off again. Alright, like I said, there's not much to this. This is probably pretty much all the parts there are, other than like I said, the guys, whatever I did with them, I don't even know what I did with them. Oh, there they are, right in front of me. Other than this, these are the only two sprues really that came on it. Other than the actual big stuff. Exactly. Well, that's the thing. This is a newbie for me, so the only way to learn is to jump right in, so they say. All right, so they're showing that I need B21 and B22. So I got to make sure where they go, because there are differences evidently, because they are numbered differently. So B21 goes up here, B22 goes down there. Okay, so B21 is the first one I'm going to pull off. Let me see if I can find it just by the look of it. Dog hair already. Let's see, 21. Okay, so that looks like everything there that I'm going to need right there. That looks like B10. That is B6. I'm wrong. I'm looking at the number wrong. That's B36. So that's not on this instruction. So I'm looking for B10 and 11 to begin with. We'll start with that. B10 and 11. So there's 1, 2, 9, 10, and 11 are the hinges. B36 is correct. So that is B36. So this is B36, and this is 10 and 11 right here. Again, those little parts I can't use my clippers on, guys. I would really like to, but I can't. I'm afraid to break them off because they're so small. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut them off the sprue the way I've been doing most of my life. So I think that's that one. I'm going to do this one at a time, guys. One at a time. So we're going to build this one. We're going to do 10, 11. So that one's going to be 10, and that one's going to be 11. Okay, cool. So it goes in just like that. So now, how do they go? They go backwards like so. That's what it is. Okay, so they go like the. Where'd it go? Jesus, Christopher Columbus. All right, so let's see. One's flat-sided, one's not. Okay, so let me clean the rest of this up though, because there's still a little sprue on it. All right, that's cleaned up. Just the end here. A little bit more. I want it to fit nice and secure. I am going to make it open. Somebody told me that I don't have to make it open. I can glue it shut. But I don't want to glue it shut. I want it to open because I want to put the dye in it. Now that's something you guys are probably going to laugh at, my painting faces and stuff. I am not that good with shading, guys, so don't expect anything spectacular out of me when it comes to painting the people, because I am not that good at painting. Alright, so I know that this goes here on this edge. It does fit kind of snug though now. God, that thing's almost small enough to fall on my keyboard. Ooh, there is something in my keyboard. There's something in my keyboard. Hang on, guys. There was a part in my keyboard. I just dropped a part into my keyboard. Alright, got it out. Alright, so I know that they go to the outward edge because that's where the bevel is going. So, this one's going to go over here. Just want to make sure I do it right. Yep. Alright, and once I get this way, it should show that that's backwards. Yep, goes down like that. Okay. And I'm not going to glue this either. Okay. So the only spot that's getting glue is going to be the pins at the bottom of this. Alright, so there's that. So that's the only thing that's going to get glued, is just those little pins right there. So I'm going to drop that into place, and I'm going to hopefully be able to see the two little holes that's supposed to go in. Yep, got them. Okay. Let's get this glued up into place. Yeah, no, I know. I was just trimming off the edge of it. No, thank you, Sarge. No, I got that. I got that. They're hinges. I got you. They go in those holes right there. I got it. I'll look before I cut. Maybe that's why they were telling me I could do the gluing it shut, because they cut off the hinges and didn't realize it. There's one. Okay, I'm going to do this now. Come on. You're in the right spot. Why aren't you going in? Oh, because it's leaning. Come on. You know what? I want to make this easy on myself because that one's going to be a pain in the Rumpelstiltskin. I'm going to put it in first. Alright, in. Gee, Louisa. Now, I'm going to drop a little bit of glue here because it looks like it stays there. Alright, next victim. I definitely need more light for this one, guys. Alright, supposedly that's the way it goes. Does it go all the way down or does it stay up though? That's my thing. Alright, so now, this is supposed to go here and there. So now we got it in the hole. I can move that aside just a little bit. This is going to be the problem, guys, getting all these little hinges and stuff to work with my hands. Alright, so we got that so far. Is this why you guys show half of your builds already built before you put it out there? Just because of the way it sits. I'm not quite so sure I got that right, guys. And I do not. I can't have that right because that's not closing. Bet you I just need to turn it around. Bet you I just put them on the wrong side. That's probably all I did. So that one's going to go there. This one's going to go here. Now that I didn't see where it went. There it is. Louisa. Alright. Now, let's see if I can do this. I'm trying to figure out exactly where they go. Nope, I was right the first time. Damn it. Hate it when that happens. So if I'm right the first time, that means that the flat part goes towards the inside and the beveled part goes to the outside. So we're going to put this one over here. And I was correct because it goes way down there. I just didn't have it far enough down. Yeah, okay, that's better. That's much better. And then there's. Told you I dropped a part in there. And that's the part that goes on the other instructions. I'll put that over there in a minute. Alright, so let's get this into place. Put the hatch on, then add the hinges. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Gotcha. Got it, I think. Now this one goes into here. Goes the other way. It's my hand, guys. It's my hand. Oh man. Oh, cool. Please tell me that didn't just fly away on me. I think it's in my lap. Hang on, guys. Well, I'm not going to spend time looking for it, guys. I'll find it in a couple of minutes. There we go again with my shakes, guys. Does that one fold? Maybe it will go to the top of that. It looks like it goes to the top of that. Looks like it should actually go downward. So that's going to go upward, that's going to go downward, that's going to go there. Okay, I got to find that hinge that I just dropped. Got it, hot dog. Alright, cool, got it. Alright, so now, that looks pretty good. I think I got it covered, guys. I really do this time. Yeah. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this on here. so I don't lose it again. And there's the hole. It needs a touch of glue. And I think that's going to be one of my biggest problems, guys. My hand shaking and letting go of a part, and then I can't find the part. That's going to be my biggest obstacle, I think. All right. Oh, come on. It's definitely nice and loose. All right. 1 second. It should be in place. All right. Man, I really didn't think that was going to go on there. I thought for sure I was going to be fighting that all day long. Or I would have had to come back to it or something. Alright. Looks like I got it, guys. Now, is that those lines supposed to be there? Alright, now I need to let that dry up so that it stays in place. I know that much. Alright, but I got it. It's there. It opens and closes. Okay, finally got it. Opens and closes. I just want the glue to dry, so we'll go from there, okay? I got it. Yeah, I would hate to have to try to figure stuff out with carpet. There's a piece here that I think I'm missing on the front of the... I'm going to swing back real quick, because that's what fell into my keyboard earlier in the build. So let's see what that is. That is the B2. So I got to put that on there. So we switch back over to step, what is it, 3? Alright, so this goes, trying to see which way it's locked. Alright, back to the whole face, this side over. There should be a spot that shows that it goes. Yep, right there. Got it. Alright, so let's see how this goes on. I gotta find the little point where it connects to the model itself. And it looks like that's it right there. Make sure that's nice and clean. Yep, got it. Okay, so and it goes, which way? Goes, on that it goes. Appears to be going that way. Okay, cool. Got it. Let me get this piece on, guys, and then we'll go from there. Go for that. Don't want to forget anything. Got to make sure everything's on. Dang it. And there it goes in the keyboard again. I'm shutting my keyboard as soon as I get this piece out. Okay. Keyboard shut. I ain't doing that again. I think I used the keyboard in the drawer to catch any parts that so I don't have to go hunting for them. But there we go. We'll shut it for now. All right. Ready to put it in now. And it goes one way. Goes this way, it shows. Oh, come on. Yep, just like that. And right up underneath the antenna. Or the, what'd you call it? Like so. Why is it not standing? Because there's no glue on it. And that piece didn't stay put like it was supposed to. A little hole pin there that it goes on. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, got that piece in as well. Okay. Another hook that I was missing. But luckily I found out right where it went, and it's on there. Just want to make sure it's where it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to be. Alright, there we go. Alright, Jesus. Tanker's bar. Thank you, Sarge. Alright. There we go. It's exactly the way it shows on there. Yes. I just hope I don't got it backwards. Alright, I see a little bit of glue here. I want to just kind of move down so that paint doesn't go out. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, got that one done. Let's go back to the other one where we were working at with the hats and stuff. Okay, number 4. Alright, so now we need some more parts. We're going to need number 25, 25, 34, 25, 34, and 36. 25, 34, and 36. So there's 25. That one I can pop off with this to keep it in place. 25. Which is that one. 34 is going to be down further. 33, 34s. There are 2 of them. It's only showing using 1 at the moment though, so we're going to take one of those off. 34. Or, yeah, 34. And 25. There are 2 of them. Yep. Okay. So we've got 2 of them. I also see the number 33 here, right here next to me. Okay. Slowly but surely, guys. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to use my cutter here instead of my knife. So at least I won't do any damage. Okay, so there's that one, both of these. Okay, so we're doing number 25, number 34 twice, and number 21 and 22. So that's what we're looking for. Those are 30s. 21 and 22 here. So I got to figure out which one's which. 21 goes to the back side, 22 goes to the front side. Okay, so we need to make sure which one's which. So I'm going to pull one off instead of the other. So I'm going to pull 21 off, and then we'll pull 22 off. So 21 is going to be on my right, 22 is going to be on my left. 21 on my right, 22 on my left. And we'll get them into place. And then we'll worry about the little parts. And that should take care of that. We'll move right over to step 5. It says here, step 5, construction of turret B. Fit various parts to turret. See the figure below and construct machine gun before fixing to turret. Okay, so I got to build a machine gun next. Okay, so that's cool. All right, let's get these done first. Just want to make sure I cleaned it up and it looks right. Yeah, I see a little bit there. There we go. Alright, I know I need to clean the ends of these up. Just a tiny bit. I know they go into the holes on top, but I still need to clean them up so they fit right. Alright, so there's those. I'm going to clean these up so they fit right. So I know 21 and 22. Okay. Yeah, definitely have to construct it before I fire it. I agree. Well, again, that's my eyeballs and my glasses here. That I saw firing instead of fixing. But there's nothing new there. These guys will tell you I do oopses. I show them live. I really don't care. I don't hack it. My video all up to where you guys only get to see the good parts. You get to see the bad parts too. Which in a first build was probably pretty funny. Especially if you guys have built this before. Alright. That's that one. And there's that one. Okay. So, now the bigger one goes to, number 22 is the bigger one. It goes to the front. So let me get the turret again here. Hold on one second. So a little bit more sprue. Alright. So here we go. Back to this. And again, it does work. I do have it correct. It does look like it needs to go further forward though. That it does look like. And it looks like I didn't cut the pins off. Ah, now I get it. I didn't cut the pins off the way I was, but these little pins were supposed to come off, guys. I didn't realize that. Hang on. That's why it's not starting. Or that's why it's not closing, rather. Yep. Now I get it. I wasn't looking close enough. Alright, trim these little pins off and it should close right now. There we go. Just wanted to cut them and get them scored with the knife so they popped in the right place. Alright. Now it fits down in the right place. Gee Louisa, guys. Alright. Finally did it right. It's sitting down right. They expect me to grab that little tiny line to open the hood. Hatch, I got news for you. That's what these are for. There we go. We're in like Flint. Alright, opens, closes right. Alright. So we're going to put these little ports on after we get these these things on. Okay, so if we got this in the way, it's showing that the bigger one goes up forward. And it does not look like it's level on one side and not the other, so it should go right into place right there, just like that. That's where it's supposed to go. Alright. Next. Hey Charles, glad you're back, buddy. We're still here. At least for a few minutes anyways. Alright. Now. There we go. That's in the place right where it goes. Next is the number 21, which goes to the back one. Right here, it goes right here. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to do that. Oh, jeez, watch out for the barrel joke. Alright, let's get this down into place, and we'll work on the other ones. The other parts. Alright, I think I did it. Yeah, that looks right. Yes, no, maybe. Maybe not. So, definitely when all this glue dries, everything will definitely open and close better. And when I paint it, should look pretty good. Just want to try to make sure that it sits down right, which means I need to make sure the pulleys are down far enough. Okay, first opening, open and closed. Somebody told me that you can open this too. Yes, that looks right to you, Sarge? Okay, thank you, sir. Alright, next up. Looks like I need to trim this just a little bit more, right? It does have a bend, small bend in it, so don't try to straighten it, I see. That's something that's bent that I would probably have tried to straighten if I didn't look close enough, right? And there's no pin on the end of it, so cut that little pin off. Does not show a pin on the end. So where the screw was connected? Yeah, that's where the screw was connected, guys. Alright, so with this facing this way, it shows that there's two holes. And there's a hole there, a pin there, and there's a pin there. Okay, so if it goes this way, the pin goes inward, and the pin goes outward on this one. Correct. Okay, so that's the way it looks there. Yes, no? No, it goes that way. Correct, it goes that way. Yeah, that's not a top part. But there's a pin right there. Okay, so supposedly there's a, yep, right there's the holes. There's two little tiny holes on the sides here. Keep that glue tip clean so I don't leave a glob of glue somewhere. Just a touch. Alright. Now this should go right into place because there are pins for it. Can I see the pins? No. Do I know they're there? Yes. There we go. That one's in. And that one's in. Okay. Alright. Oop. So I got to drop these two. There we go. That's on. We're going to finish up these couple of parts, guys, and I'm going to call it a day. We are getting our Sunday ready to... Okay, so there's two for this one. So there's one that goes there. And one that goes there. Okay, now I got to watch for these little antennas while I'm moving stuff around. I can see that coming. I can see these things getting broken off. I'm going to have a shelf just for military builds, I guess, huh? There we go, right on into place. Pop. Love hearing that little pop, man. That tells me it goes set down right into place. And then this little doohickey here must have something on the side of it that goes down over that. Yep, I gotta clean that up though. I may go ahead and build the machine gun before we go, guys, just so you know. Just to get the machine gun done. And then next week we will build whatever I haven't started on. We'll start anew. Day, I appreciate everybody coming in. Yeah, well, it even looks bent on the instructions. That's what I'm saying. It's not really that bent. It's just noticeable that it's not perfectly straight. So, and it fit right in the holes. I mean, I didn't have to touch it. It fit right in the hole, so I left it. I knew it was a sledgehammer or some kind of a hammer, but but it definitely fit right into the holes. So I didn't bother with it because it fit right down inside the holes. I mean, if it hadn't fit, it was like off or something, I could see the hole underneath or something, I probably would have changed it, but there's no need to. Alright, so now there are specific way that this has got to go because it has notches in this cap. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the cap because I see it goes right over top of this thing. So let's see, there's should go right down on top, right? Doesn't matter where it goes, does it? Wait, it does go that way. Okay, so it goes that way because it looks like it's supposed to be just like that. All right, that's number 4 done, guys. There you have it. Number 4, which is the construction of the turret A. Gun moves. Can probably get the door to open without a problem. Yep, see, got the door, got the latch to open, or the hatch to open. Little dog hair there. How did I get dog hair on it already? All right, I'm gonna leave it closed because it'll make the hinges stay right into place. I'm working on it. It's my first one, guys, and I look this way. I don't have glue all over the place, so I guess I'm doing okay. Once I start painting it up, I'm sure anything that I need to sand off or hide I can do. I'm sure you guys have your days too. See, that popped right back down in place. I didn't have it into place. There we go. All right. We got it so far. I'm working it so far, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming in. I do love it. A new adventure you guys are following me on. Like everybody knows, I usually only do cars and trucks, guys. So, like I said, bear with me. I'm working on it. That's why I'm taking my time a little bit at a time rather than try to rush it. I want everything to dry where it's supposed to be, and then I'll move on. But let's go ahead and, you know what, this doesn't look like a lot on number 5, so let's go ahead and find the machine gun and build a machine gun, and maybe even put it in place, because it looks like then all I have to do is fuel tank. Should I paint stuff before I put it on? Yeah, no, I know, that's coming up in the B, turret B. Here, I know, yeah, B. That's all I'm being. I'm going instructional A, B, C. So it's number 4, and now we're on number 5, which is turret B, which is the machine gun, the back thing, the 2 containers, fuel tanks, and it looks like some kind of a pin or something over here, as well as one here and here. And then there's handrails that are all going to go on. Okay, so there's a lot on this one. So we're going to start this out next week, guys. I appreciate you guys a lot for coming in. Hope you have a great Sunday, and happy Halloween to you. I try to do an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 30 minutes per show, so I also don't take up a bunch of your guys' time. I do believe I want to put the back of the turret on, though. I do know right where that's at, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and build a machine gun before we go. Pop the gas tanks and stuff like that off, so we know what we're working on next. I may go ahead and finish up number 5 sometime this week, but I do have a lot going on, and I am taking Tuesday, guys. I am not going to have any show Tuesday, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. I will be taking Tuesday to myself. Just so everybody knows. You know, even God took one day off to create the earth, so, or for rest after creating the earth, so I feel I deserve at least one day too. Alright, so we're starting though. It's starting to look like a tank, slowly but surely. It'll get there, guys. I'll make it look like a tank. Whether or not it looks like when I'm done painting it, I don't know. Alright, so the back of the turret. Who said that? Okay, yeah, the gun. Okay, cool. I figured as much. Alright, so there's the back end. I'm putting it in place now, guys. So we have that covered. So I guess the base of the turret we would consider the base of the turret done. I'm not putting a lot of glue. Again, I'm trying my best not to make it all glued up, guys. It's my first one. I don't want it to look like crap. Although I've seen some of your guys' build. No matter what I do to this thing, it might not look as good as your guys'. Now I see a little bit of cracking here, so I want to put a little glue in here. There we go. Get that glue back down. I'm going to put, once I put this on, I'm going to put some tape on it too. See, that's what I don't want to do. Luckily it's underneath. Alright, let's see. That's definitely the inside, that's definitely the outside, so, and it definitely goes right into place there, like so. Alright, there it is. The base turret is done. And I actually made the hatch move and open. I can get my big ass finger out of there. Hatch opens and gun moves. And I will make the 50 cal move around as well when I'm done. Okay? So thank you very much for your help, Sarge, and everybody else. I appreciate you guys coming in. Like I said, before I do go, I am going to go ahead and pop a couple more parts off. I would like to build a machine gun, just a 50 cal, just to make it look like it. Thank you very much for letting me know it was 50 cal. I'm sure I would have figured that out. I did some research, and I have some pictures and stuff of things, but I haven't really done any reading of what goes on where and why. Okay, there we go. And I'll get the gas cans off, and now we got to find the brackets and the harness for the gun. Okay, so by what it looks like, that looks like one right there. That is B13, and that is B13. So I got that off of there. Also B17 or B37. Excuse me. So B37 is going to be further down the line. How come I don't see anything? There it is, right there. B37. Okay, cool. We got B37. Okay, so we can build the 50 cal real quick. I want to clean it up though, because I noticed it did have some little bit of cleanup that it needed.
What is this called? A banky. The hell is a banky?
I don't cut anything off that's supposed to be. This part's screw, right? Okay, so making sure that I got it right, guys. That's all. It goes here like this. So if I put it like they're showing, it goes like so. Goes like that. Goes like that. And then this goes to the back side. Trying to find the pins that it goes to, because there's pins that it shows. Okay, it goes there. So I'm not gluing that either, I'm assuming, because that's supposed to be movable as well. But I don't see the hole on this side. That's the problem. I don't see the hole on this side. Hang on, let me find the hole on this side. Is there only a hole on one side? Dan. Please. Goes that way, and that goes onto there like this, and it shows it goes to the second hole in the back. So, right there's where it goes. Got it. I figured it out. There we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now I put it on up front. There's where that goes. Okay, so this goes with a, then I gotta find the ammo box. Alright, make sure it's all cleaned up. Alright, so it goes in like so. Again, it might be off the tip of the glue dot. Yeah, I saw it. Yep. I found them. Thank you. There was dimples. It wasn't really holes. It was just little dimples is what was throwing me. I was looking for holes for it to go in. But the dimples, I found them. There's two dimples that I went right away into. Alright, so now we got this into place. Alright. Oop. Yeah, I told him he had a shower by 2. Did I say 4?
Yeah.
Okay, then 4. What the hell's the difference? You still got a shower. Alright, so now I need the ammo box, which is number B1. Oh, that ought to be fairly easy. There it is right there. Alright, cool. So basically I got stuff on. I'm just not gonna put the handrails and stuff on. I'm gonna end up fighting those guys, I can tell you right now. So that's gonna be another build in itself, another day in itself. Again, bear with me, I'm working on it. Gee whiz. Looks like my switch is going bad. Time to rewire the... Trying to make it look just like the lid so it doesn't like cut off the edge of the lid. Well, I can play with it at least and stick it on top of the deck to take a look at it. So we're gonna do that before I leave here, guys. I have to. I have to prove to myself that I actually am making something that actually looks like a tank. All right. I'm going to glue the box into place because I'm not sure that it's going to stay if I move it around. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it into place. Very little touch of glue. All right, 50 cal built. And we're going to put, it goes into place right here, I'm assuming, in this little tiny hole. That. There we go. Right, yep. All right, there it is. I guess I should pull it out and let it dry first, huh? Get back on light. Anybody else got a temperamental light? I want to make sure it's straight when it's on there too. Okay, gotcha. Well, it's molded in green, so I'm probably going to leave it in that and put the barrel black. It says gunmetal for the barrel, just so you know. Not black. It does say gunmetal though, and it says brown for the dang hammer, which I probably should have looked through all these things and paint everything before I put it together, but I'll take my time and get it together. So, but there is the ammo box and the 50 cal. So now we're just going to stick it, and it's not coming off there, so it's there right. So now we're just going to stick it in the hole. I'm going to let it spin and move. There we go. Although I really don't like the way that looks. It really doesn't look like it's supposed to move, but I think I'm going to put it in place and just let the gun move up and down. I'll put it to the side right now. But I want to see, I got to see, guys. I got to see. All right, get out the way. I got to see. Everybody out the way. All right. I'm not going to snap it on into place or nothing, so let's see. Which one's the front, which one's the back on this thing? Okay, so this is the front. This is where the lights and stuff go, right? Or is it that? That's the back. That's the back. Okay. So just to see what it looks like. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong here? No. Okay, I'm just going to set it on there. Just to set it on there. Just to see what it looks like. And this has a... Check it out. It's starting to look like a tank. There we go. Appreciate you guys helping me out here. Giving me ideas and input. That's an awesome thing for you guys to do. I appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys have already built them, but me, it's my first one, and I'm happy to see. I'm happy to say it's finally looking like a tank. Other than these things right here, which I'm going to pop off and the wheels being on it, it's actually coming out looking like a tank. Alright, so we're done with number 4. We're working on 50% on number 5, which will put the fuel tanks and all the handles and all the other doohickeys on the next show, as well as complete number 6 and probably start number 7. There are 9, 10... There are only 8 instructions here, so we're not far off. The number 8 is all about the actual men, so that's a good thing. They also show colorings for this as well. So dark green I have, khaki I have, brown, well, tan. Olive green I do not have, guys. Dark green I do have, matte brown I do have. So I can pretty much try to cover them. What do they show the faces? The helmets are supposed to be olive green. Flesh is face. I don't have a flesh color. Anybody got any idea what gives best for flesh color? Okay. Well, I can paint it whatever color that the thing says. That's what I'm going to try to do, to the best of my ability anyways, but I can't guarantee that it's all going to be perfect. But I'm very happy that it actually looks like a tank, guys. I was starting to worry. Oops, see, there's that antenna problem. I told you I'm going to break them things off. You watch. You're going to come in next week and they're going to be off. Or they're going to be chrome. Because I made new ones. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do it chrome. Alright, guys. I appreciate you. It actually is starting to look like a tank. I'm very happy that my big gun works, and so does my 50 cal here. Although I still believe that the 50 cal thing needs to be turned around. That's probably why it's not looking right to me and sitting right. That's probably what it is. And nope, it's still not sitting straight. Okay, maybe that did it. I think I finally got it either way. There it goes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and glue it. Once I get everything ready to roll for paint and stuff, I'll probably go ahead and glue it into place so it sits into place. But appreciate it. I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. It is October the 31st, 2021. Guys, check it out on the Model Asylum and Plastic Addictions Anonymous and our YouTube channel, Plastic Addictions Anonymous. Myself and a gentleman named Steven are going to be starting a steampunk build as of tomorrow, as well as continuing the Diamond Rio build, and next week we will continue some more on the tank. So we have 3 things going on all of our channels and all of our platforms, guys. So you guys got something to watch every day. Check it out. Most of my shows are hour and a half. I don't take up much of your time. If you can only pop in and say hi, that's perfectly fine as well, of course. Life goes on, and people have to do what they got to do on a daily basis, so I do appreciate you guys coming in when you do. because I know you're taking time out of your day to come hang out with me. And I don't want to take too much of your time, so I promise everybody an hour show minimum, and I'll do an hour and 15, 20, 30 minutes on each show. I also have a couple of shorts out there on our YouTube channel you may want to go check out. A couple tips and tricks going on out there, as well as our introduction to the founders is out there. I'm just going to set these tanks on here for now, just to feel what they look like. But there we go. Guys, there you have it. Starting the build of the M41 Bulldog tanker, or tanker. I'm so into building trucks and cars, man. Bulldog tank. It's called the Walker Bulldog. So you guys come and check us out next weekend as well on Sunday, and I will be back to take care of that and do that some more. I might appreciate all the help, and like I said, the closer I get to it, the more I'm liking it, the more I'm planning on doing more of these. Charles, thank you, Bubby. I appreciate you enjoying. I do appreciate you saying that. Please feel free to come back next weekend. And if you're not on the Plastic Addictions Anonymous, Charles, go join Plastic Addictions Anonymous, because I do a daily show there. I go between YouTube and Facebook. I always tell everybody where I'm going to be at the night before and the day of, so everybody knows how to sign in and get where to go. This will be every week, every Sunday here on the Model Asylum. Depending on how well it goes, I may do more. The more people that show, the more I'll do, because this way I can get more views and more viewers. I appreciate it. Tamiya M41 tank is on the road to being built. It's actually looking like a tank for a change. I thought for sure that it wasn't going to look right. Oh, look, tweezers. I'll have to use tweezers to open and close anything, because my finger's no way it's going to do it. But I will do my best to make everything work as it's supposed to as I build, with a little bit of help from my friends here. I appreciate you guys. My fuel tanks keep falling off. Thanks, Sarge. I'm working on it, man. Appreciate your help, Bubby. I really do. I am nowhere near the caliber of you guys, but I am actually enjoying the build. But you guys know me. I'll build anything plastic. If it doesn't run away from me, I'll build it. If it sits too long, it might turn into plastic. But I'm working on it. I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys have a great week. I will see you guys in the morning on PAA's live show Monday morning for November the 1st. More than likely, we will be starting the Steampunk build and working on the Diamond Rio. So come check that out, guys. Something else is another newbie for me. Another new adventure is Steampunk. I'm trying to make it as interesting as possible. I will be able to push the Steampunk on the Model Asylum as well. So I'll probably do another show with the Steampunk, maybe a couple of days on the Model Asylum. So keep your notifications on when I'm out. This is Joe from Plastic Addictions Anonymous and the Model Asylum and YouTube. Give us a yell, guys. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Hit those notifications. Let me know you're out there. Give me some comments. Let me know how you think I'm doing. If you want something else to see something built, let me know about that as well. I'll do my best to try to get it. But that's it. Show's ended for the day, guys. Appreciate you a lot. We're crazy about all things model related here at the Model Asylum, so post away, guys. Give it a shot. Today I'm going to request as many Halloween build stuff as you can. Black, orange, scary, witches, demons, whatever you got. Give them a post up, guys. If you're watching this and you do any kind of critters or any kind of freaky stuff, pop it out on the Model Asylum. We love it. Appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye. See you next week.